of the holidays to raise your stress levels through the roof. So how can you reduce stress and avoid its harmful effects on your health? Dr. Liza Egboga is here with some stress management tips to cope with the holiday hoopla that comes with this time of year. Good morning, Dr. Liza.
Good morning.
It is a stressful time, and what do you think makes us so stressed about it?
The thing about the holidays is there's so much to do. So you're shopping for gifts, you have events to go to, so whether it's work parties, it's social commitments, and then you also have the financial stress of having to buy presents. For people who work in a year-end industry, that time of the year is when they're trying to wrap everything up. And even in regular industries, if you're going away for holiday, you have to do a lot of work. You have to finish deadlines before you go off on your holiday.
It just never stops.
Yes. And then there's a holiday travel, which is another nightmare too.
That's a whole other stress level, right? So
Exactly.
all of that, what does that do to our bodies when we become stressed out by those type of things?
Well, when you become that stressed, you don't have enough sleep, right? Because the stress is keeping you up at night. It raises dangerous hormones like cortisol levels, which can make you store fat. So what we want to do is we want to try and reduce those stress levels during such a busy time. So one of the ways to do it is to try and avoid it. And one of the ways to do that is by saying no to things. You don't have to.
That is hard for some people.
It's very hard, especially for women to say no. But if you don't want to go to a holiday party, if you already have 3 commitments that week, you don't want to do the 4th one. So you just have to say no to certain things. You might not be able to afford certain gifts for people. That's fine. You don't have to feel guilty about that. You just say no. And then another thing that you can do is taking time out for yourself. So exercise is a great way. Just some aerobic exercise, even just for 20 minutes, can release hormones like endorphins, which are the feel-good hormones, and they help counteract stress. And going for a massage or to see an osteopath, just 30 minutes of a treatment has shown to drastically reduce cortisol levels. So that's a great thing that you can do for yourself.
I find at this time of year when I start getting stressed out, I actually crave exercise because of those endorphins, that I know I will get that feel-good feeling. And I kind of check out a little bit. I kind of just leave the world behind while I go on my treadmill, and I just forget about everything for that 20 minutes, and it's all about me and taking care of myself, because that is important. It is important.
So it's good to get addicted to those feel-good hormones.
That is a good way to put it. Okay, let's do a few moves as well that you think you can do anywhere.
Yes. So if you don't have time to go for a massage, you can do some of these techniques yourself. So one of the things, when people get stressed, they hold a lot of tension in their jaw and they clench. So an easy way to fix this is by doing rotating circular motions on your temples.
Does it matter clockwise, counterclockwise?
It doesn't matter. In fact, you can go clockwise and then you can reverse and go counterclockwise.
Yeah.
So what that does is it helps to release the tension in the jaw, and by doing that, you're also releasing some of those endorphins and trying to decrease some of the stress hormones as well.
I find with stress myself, I tend to grit your teeth there at night, right?
Exactly.
And that creates headaches, the jaw, it's all stress related.
So even if you get a headache, that's another thing that you can do for your headaches. Next, there's a great acupressure spot that you can use. So if you go 3 finger breaths above your wrist, then you can just apply pressure with your 2 fingers, and you want to hold that for a minute. So what this does is it really calms the nervous system, and again, it helps to release those feel-good hormones. So you can hold that on for about a minute, and then if you're really keen on it, you can even tape like a marble or something so that you have continuous pressure on that actual spot.
So for everyone who has to meet those year-end dates at their office, and
just
they're sitting in the box walks by and sees you doing this in your cubicle, the boss knows to just back off, let you calm yourself down.
Exactly, or you can even do both at the same time.
Sitting in a meeting, right, when you're a little stressed out in that year-end meeting.
And then last but not least, we need to breathe. So I find in my office, a lot of patients, they just stop breathing, or they're not taking proper breaths. They're taking very shallow breaths. And what that can do is that can trigger anxiety, that can trigger depression, because it tells your brain what's happening. We're not getting enough oxygen. So taking deep breaths.
Okay.
So one of the ways I like to reinforce taking 10 great deep breaths is to just put your hand on your stomach, take a deep breath in, but take 10 seconds to take the breath in, hold it for 3 seconds, and then slowly breathe out for 10 seconds. So take everything very slow. So 10 seconds in, hold for 3 seconds, and then 10 seconds out.
That's an automatic way of calming. I know for me, when I can't sleep at night, because sleep is, I think, one of the first things that goes when you're tired, I take a deep breath and I find it instantly shifts me into a better sleep mode, and then I can fall asleep better doing exactly that.
Absolutely, or even for people who are suffering from panic attacks, just taking those 10 deep breaths can really help to calm things down and to stop a panic attack in its midst.
It's like a shift, moving you out of that crazy mode into a present mode that can really change
just
your
isolate yourself, go into yourself, and focus on your breath. Do some acupressure, do some self-myofascial release on yourself.
Amazing. So, like, totally needed for just about everybody at this time of year.
We all need it.
We all need it. All right, Dr. Liza, thank you so much. I'm actually going to go back to my desk and I'm going to do some deep breathing, massage my temples a little bit. It's been a little stressful at this time of year.